Hello everyone, and welcome to the channel. A very warm welcome to all of you that found this message. If these words reach you today, it's not a coincidence. These words are from the divine to let you know things in your life are coming together. This, for the most part, will be a channeled message for the collective, although we will use some tarot cards for greater insight to help reveal what Spirit is sharing in this message with everyone who found it today. In this channeled message, the universe is calling you to practice self-compassion, to be as tender and understanding with yourself as you would with a close friend, a romantic partner, a family member. Life has brought you many obstacles and heartbreaks, and that is what I'm hearing coming in right now. Mistakes that cost you dearly, setbacks that felt like detours, moments when you judged yourself harshly for making the wrong choice or believing in the wrong person. Your imperfections are not flaws, and it's time to soften your inner voice, to forgive yourself and stop beating yourself up for every mistake that you've made along the way. It would be great to be able to go back in time and do things differently with the wisdom that we have now, but we can't go back in time. All we can do is go forward. You are not here to be perfect. You are here to learn from your mistakes and become stronger and wiser through your life experiences. But let me grab some cards here. Let me shuffle the cards actually, so that we can see what Spirit is revealing. What messages are coming through? What does the collective need to hear? This is the Hermit. This card speaks of inner wisdom, urging you to turn inward and seek solitude as a gift, not a punishment. When you make a mistake, like for instance, perhaps you missed a deadline, or said something that you regret, or stumbled in a relationship, it's easy to spiral into self-criticism, telling yourself you should have known better, or asking yourself, why do you keep screwing up? The Hermit asks you to pause, to retreat into a quiet space, somewhere where you can reflect without distraction and breathe deeply and ask yourself, what can this moment teach me? Instead of berating yourself, let the Hermit's lantern guide you to understanding. That missed deadline might reveal a need for better boundaries. That harsh word that you regret might uncover a wound needing healing. Self-compassion begins when you listen to your soul's lessons with curiosity, looking for understanding and not self-judgment. You've likely faced moments where setbacks felt like personal failures, such as a job application that was rejected, a love or friendship that was not returned, a financial plan that fell apart, a dream deferred by circumstances beyond your control. The universe heard the words you said to yourself. I am not good enough. Or, why do I always mess things up? Or, I am meant to just be alone for the rest of my life. But these thoughts are not the truth. They are echoes of fear, not the voice of your soul. Self-compassion is about rewriting this narrative. Picture yourself as a child learning to walk, falling and getting up again. Would you scold that child for stumbling? No, of course not. You would cheer them on, encouraging them to keep going. Offer that same grace to yourself now. Each setback is a step toward wisdom, each mistake a chance to grow stronger, and each try inching you closer and closer to success. And this is the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords talks of heartbreak, not just from others, but from the ways you've wounded yourself with self-criticism. When you face a setback, like a project that didn't succeed or a relationship that ended, you may be faced with thoughts like, I am a failure. I will never get it right. But the Three of Swords acknowledges this pain, but also offers liberation. Feel the hurt. Cry it out if you need to, but then release it. Because you are learning. You are enough, and you are worthy of love. Say affirmations instead like, I am learning, I am enough. This card reminds you that your healing comes when you choose compassion for yourself over cruelty, even in your darkest moments. You are such a compassionate person when it comes to other people, and it's time that you gave some of that compassion to yourself. So let's get specific for a moment. Let's say your financial situation has been tight for a while, but someone you care about needed monetary help, so you gave it to them. Now you are sitting there, looking at your bank balance, ready to burst into tears because you can't pay your bills. You may regret the decision to help that person you care about because they always seem to have financial problems, because they spend recklessly, but you feel bad for them. Take a pause. Isn't it that person's job to learn from their financial mistakes and your job to learn from yourself? You do not have to keep overextending yourself financially if it causes too much hardship in your life. It doesn't make you a bad person just because you say no when you can't afford it. Perhaps you raised your voice in an argument hurting someone you care about, and now you're replaying that moment over and over in your head, feeling like a bad person. Self-compassion looks like apologizing to them and to yourself and recognizing that one moment doesn't define you. It's all about saying, I am human, I am growing, and I choose to do better the next time, and I will. These acts of kindness towards yourself ripple outward, transforming how you move through the world. But let's see what else Spirit is sharing for this message today, please. This is the Nine of Cups. Well, the Nine of Cups is often called the wish card, and it's a reminder of your inner joy and worthiness. When you practice self-compassion, you align with the energy of fulfillment. The Nine of Cups invites you to celebrate yourself, even in small ways. After a setback, treat yourself to something that soothes your soul. It doesn't have to be expensive, just something to take you out of a space of negativity and put you in a safe space to begin tending to your wounds and healing. This card speaks to the fact that you are enough, just as you are. By being kind to yourself, you fill your own cups, creating a reservoir of strength to face any challenge. The universe knows that you have been hard on yourself, perhaps because you've internalized voices from the past, parents, teachers, lovers, or society itself, telling you that mistakes are shameful. But mistakes are not dead ends. They are doorways to growth. Think of a time you failed at something like a test or a creative project and how it led you to a new skill or perspective or to try again and get it right. That failure was your teacher, not a verdict. Self-compassion means honoring these teachers, seeing them as part of your soul's growth. When you stumble, don't rush to fix yourself. Instead, pause and ask, what do I need right now? Maybe it's rest, maybe it's a good cry, or to simply vent with a trusted friend. Whatever it is, give it to yourself without any judgment. And this is the Four of Wands. Now this card bursts with the energy of celebration and stability, inviting you to create a foundation of self-love. When you face a setback, it's tempting to isolate yourself, to hide from the rest of the world. The Four of Wands encourages you to build a home within, a place where you feel safe to be imperfect. Celebrate your efforts, even when the outcome isn't what you'd hoped for. Did you apply for a job and get rejected? Celebrate the courage it took to try, and tell yourself that job wasn't yours, that your job is still out there and it will be something better. You just are waiting to discover it. Did you miss a goal? Honor the steps you took towards that goal. For those moments when you feel overwhelmed by self-doubt, speak to yourself as you would a loved one. Would you ever talk to a loved one the way you talk to yourself after they made a mistake? Probably not. So stop doing it to yourself, actually, is what is coming in from Spirit. If you're reeling from a mistake, like forgetting an important task or struggling to meet a deadline, try saying something along the lines of, I'm doing my best, and that is enough for now. These small acts rewrite the negative narrative that has been shaping your perception of yourself. It's time you started teaching yourself that you are worthy of love, especially from that love for yourself. But let's see what else is coming in for this message today. What is Spirit sharing here? Well, this is the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups suggests that you should start listening to your emotions without judgment. If you feel sad or frustrated, say, I see you, and it's okay to feel this way. By honoring your feelings with compassion, you open the door to healing and self-acceptance. The world these days tells us we all must be happy all the time, empowered all the time, in control all the time. And you know what? That's just not realistic, is it? There are things in life that are going to make you sad, angry, lonely, whatever. And you have a right to choose those feelings, whatever they are. The universe is reminding you that self-compassion is not a luxury. It is a necessity. It's the soil in which your dreams grow, the light that guides you through setbacks, the strength that carries you forward. You may have been taught that being hard on yourself drives success, but the universe also knows that kindness fuels resilience. When you embrace your humanity, you become a magnet for blessings. Opportunities, relationships, and inner peace flow more easily when you're rooted in self-love. Imagine a life where mistakes are met with a smile, where setbacks are seen as invitations to grow, where you are your own greatest ally. That life is yours to claim, starting now. And now we have strength. This card is the embodiment of power, the courage to be kind to yourself in the face of adversity. Strength is not about suppressing your pain or forcing perfection. It's about taming your inner critic with love. When you face a setback like a financial misstep or a personal goal unmet, call on strength to hold space for your humanity. Tell yourself that you are strong because you choose love over fear. This card promises that self-compassion will allow you to rise again and again, no matter what comes your way. The mistakes you've made, the setbacks you have faced, they are not your identity. They are stepping stones to your greatness. Forgive your missteps and embrace the truth. You are enough, always and in all ways. This is your reading for today, everyone. Thank you all so very much for watching and allowing us to share your journey. If you enjoyed this reading, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all of you so very much. Blessings of peace, love, and light to all of you watching today. Have a great day, everyone.